Life's too short. Life's too short to actually do anything of value. Um, you look at all these people, they probably did a lot, they probably worked a lot they worked for most of their life. They were probably good citizens, probably cared a lot about their family members and friends. And where did it get them? They're in the grave. I don't know about you, but that's not where I want to end up. I don't want to end up like these people. It's kind of sad. These people are dead, and they're never coming back. Doesn't matter how much work they did. Doesn't matter how many friends they had. Any love they had, they lost. Any heartbreak, any tragedy, cancer, and they're dead. Now they're just in the ground. Doesn't matter. They're dead, and that's life. So you got to think about life like. I like to visit, a cemetery every few days and just, walk around, and you realize that, like, none of it matters, None of this matters. None of these subtweets matter. And I tell myself that all the time, that, all the people who hate me, all my haters, they're losers, They're gonna end up, look at that bird. They're gonna end up with a bird flying over them. And there's nothing good happens with them. But anyway, here's my inspiring life tips for you guys: is that you always gotta stay healthy. It means eat McDonald's, drink whatever you want, do drugs if you want. I don't care. Probably don't do drugs. Probably not a good idea. But always remember, you're gonna die. You're gonna die, and then some guy like me is gonna come by with a camcorder and videotape your graves, and gonna get hundreds of retweets, thousands of views, and is that really what you want to live for? You want to live being a punk, Nothing good comes from dying, so don't die. That's rule number one, don't die. If you die, it's over. Game over. No repeats, no replays. And I think about so many people I've known in my life, my long and illustrious career. They get caught up in something, they caught up in a moment or a movement or ideas or an obsession with something. They don't see, the time slipping by, and, in 3 years they're not going to care about whatever it is they care now. And they get all upset and they get all, twisted up. They don't keep in mind that they're gonna end up in a cemetery where nobody's around, and nobody cares. Nobody cares about any of these people. They're all dead. There's a week or two of mourning, of crying, obnoxious crying and weeping and posting on Facebook about how somebody died and going to a funeral, and then people are going to go to the funeral, pretend to cry, that sort of stuff. But it doesn't matter. None of this matters. Literally none of it matters. They're dead. Their time's over. And what do they do? What do they do with their time? What do they spend all their time on? They spent all their time on, a loving, they had maybe a wife and kids, a fulfilling career, And what is that worth? It's worth nothing. They should instead just make videos. They should have made videos with their time. And, that would have really been a lot better use of their time, because they'd never die, because they'd have videos. And, it's a lot to take in, all these dead people. But I think they'd agree with me if they were here, and they actually would. They definitely would. And if they don't agree, they can feel free to chime in, but I doubt they will, because they're dead. And, it's just something to think about. So where do you want to be with your life? Do You want to be a loser like these people who died? I don't think so.
It doesn't matter, man.
I don't think you want to be a
Bro,
loser.
just live
You
your
want to be a
life.
winner.
You know, you're not going
You
to
wanna be
look back
me. You
15,
wanna be a
20
winner.
years from now
in
and
order
wish
to
you
do
did
that,
something, you know,
You just gotta
valuable with your
stay
life.
alive. That's the key.
You know, no one
Right
wishes
there.
that. You're gonna, you know, so go to work. Go to work at a job you hate, and, you know, then on the weekends get drunk, you know, eat junk food, play video games, watch a movie, hang out with friends in jobs they hate, and, you know, you'll get to the end of your life, and it doesn't matter, you'll be dead, you won't care, and you'll be happy that you spent all your time watching movies, playing video games, eating junk food. As long as you're around a bunch of other mediocre people, you'll be fine. And that's a good thing about life is you surround yourself with mediocre people, you'll be fine. Because mediocre, oh, that's pretty cool. Just surround yourself with mediocre people. And don't try to do anything with your life. Just, you know, get a job that pays enough to survive, but nothing else. And you'll get to 60, 70, you won't have any money. You'll become a ward of the state. You'll become a parasite leeching off of the younger people, just like the older people leeched off of you when you were young. You'll go to, you won't have anything going for you. You won't have any, anything impressive with your life. Anything you can look back on and be proud of. And at least you won't have messed up, That's a big thing to avoid in life, is to mess up, because if you mess up, it's embarrassing. People can make fun of you if you mess up. If you try stuff and it doesn't work, people can say, oh, look at him, he tried, and then they can make fun of you. And then if you're paying attention to those people, it's really embarrassing, because, you're gonna say, wow, I wasn't perfect. And, there are people in life who try things, and there are people who don't try things. And you want to be somebody who doesn't try things, because unless you're one of the, a lot of people don't know this, but people who are successful, they never make any mistakes. And, if you're somebody who's ever made any mistakes, you're not going to want to try anything, because you're going to make more mistakes, and it's just going to be embarrassing. It's going to be horrible. You'll never get anywhere in life. The haters will be right. They'll make fun of you. And, it's going to be embarrassing, because they're going to say mean stuff about you, and as soon as you pay attention to them, it's going to be really bad to pay attention to them. You'll feel horrible. You'll wish you were dead. You'll cry. And, so just go to college. Make sure you go to college, get a degree in accounting or finance or computer science or something that you can, get a job at. You don't want to be a blue-collar worker. Those are stupid. You want to be a white-collar worker, and you're going to get a nice office job. You'll be able to sit in the office. You're going to maybe have air conditioning in the office, Maybe you won't even get an office, you'll get a cubicle. But at least you won't be outside, digging ditches or, physically straining yourself. And, you'll be happy, because, that's what life's all about. Life is all about comfort and not taking risks. And just living your life so that other people can't make fun of you. Because if other people can make fun of you, that means you lost. You don't want other people talking about you. That's so embarrassing. That's really, sad. If people are able to make fun of you. If people are able to make fun of you and, say mean things about you, then what's even the point of trying, Because the reason to do stuff is not to do stuff. It's not for your own enjoyment. It's to get social accolades. And, if you can't get social accolades the moment you try something, then if you can't be perfect, don't do anything. Because perfection is something that everybody who's great is born with. And it's not a matter of time, of effort, of hard work, of failure, of being made fun of and ridiculed for years. It's a matter of just doing stuff and being perfect at it, and because that's something, I learned, is that, everything I've done has been perfect, and that's why I'm able to do stuff, because I'm perfect. And if you're not able to do stuff perfectly without being made fun of, you're never gonna get anything done. You should totally just give up. Just give up before you start, because life is for people who are perfect right away. And if you're not that sort of person, it's not worth trying. Anyway, just give up. Give up. Go get a job. Go get a college degree, and get a job in an office, and do that, because that's all they are good for. You're to be a slave for somebody else, and that's okay. That's okay to be a slave. Most people are, and you weren't born lucky, so just give up. And you didn't get a trust fund when you didn't get a trust fund when you grew up, so you should just give up. Your parents aren't paying for college. Your parents aren't giving you a nice apartment in Dubai or New York City. So what's even the point of trying? Just play video games, watch movies, smoke weed, get drunk, and who knows? People will say, at least he tried to be a slave, a good slave. People are going to respect you for your working in an office, working at a job that you hate. It's a respectable thing to do. And if you hate life, that means you're on the right track. In 10, 15 years, you won't hate it anymore. It'll actually get better. You'll get used to it. And you won't want to die every day. You'll just really be happy that you're doing it. And that's good life advice. Just give up.